Whoa, whoa. How everybody doing out there? How everybody doing? Welcome to the Pimpoholic TV podcast. We got a special guest coming up for y'all today. We're waiting on her to check in for a minute. So we're just going to do a little grooving right quick while we're waiting on her. Y'all gonna like this show today. Follow me, Instagram, Twitter, at Maal The Pimp. Go to YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's Pimpoholic TV. You feel me? So we're just grooving, waiting on our guests to tap in. Keisha Appetite, what it do, BB? New Orleans in the building.
It's been a while, but you still ain't heard the best of me. These niggas miss pimp, so I had to bless the streets. Even my homies from the hood start to question me. They like, damn, Ma, what's up? When your next CD? A West Side representative, and niggas, they know me. I'm the voice of the project, homie, I'm gon' speak. Since Penny got pop, and Shawty got locked. Niggas wouldn't give me shit, but still I didn't stop. I kept something in the stove for niggas to go cop. Hoes ride through my hood just to see if I'm on the block. Same nigga who was local, homie just stay focused. I went down, came back up, the game over. I'm back in Chattown, the streets gon' feel this. They know the background, I'm giving them real shit. I hate the feds, rated fam, and just left me here. But on the real now, seen that was a blessing.
Maal is back.
I'm singing right there.
Maal is back. Maal is
I know you feel me.
Maal is back. Maal is back. Maal is
I know you
back.
feel me.
Maal is back. Maal is back. Maal is
You gotta
back.
feel me.
Maal is back.
You gotta feel me.
Maal is back. Maal is
You gotta
back.
feel me.
Maal is back.
Y'all heard that voice right there. Y'all heard that voice right there. And that voice right there was my next guest. We about to bring her on right now, introduce her. I see her. I see. Say you remember doing that? Yep. Gonna bring her on camera right here. We're gonna discuss that. We're gonna discuss that. My guest to tap in right now. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, how are you?
Hey. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Let me introduce what I got before we get started so everybody can know. I got a platinum recording artist right here.
There you go.
You heard her voice featured on many gold, platinum, and multi-platinum albums. She released her debut album, Rear End, which is certified platinum. As of last month, that was 21 years ago. Special guest, my homegirl, my dog, we go way back. Mercedes,
What's
welcome to
good,
Pimpoholic
girl?
TV. And how you doing?
I'm good, and
How you doing,
you?
lady?
How are you?
I'm going to see you in a long time. How you been, man?
Good. I'm dealing with all this madness going on. I was supposed to be whipping down on you a couple times this year, but we can
Oh, you
always
missed
we
me in
can
New
always get
Orleans. I
back to
missed
it.
you like about a week in New
I
Orleans.
know. That's why I said we kept missing each other, but we were supposed to do some stuff this summer, but that's all right.
Yeah.
We'll be able to get
So how
back
you holding
to
up
it.
doing all this quarantine shit? How you holding up?
I'm just trying to stay sane. I was kind of all right with it because dealing with that car accident, I had already been in the house, like dealing with surgery back to back and stuff. So I was already in my little mode, so it wasn't nothing to just shut down for real. And I already been a
Gotcha.
germaphobe, so they ain't have to do too much to make me sit my ass down. I got my little mask and stuff. I
Gotcha.
mean, I ain't scared to, take care of my business. I mean, I still gotta do what I gotta do, but you gotta
Right.
be safe about it.
Your chance to represent right here. What was Mercedes born and raised at? You got your phone froze, I think, lady. Yeah, I'll give her a minute. Give her. We're gonna add her back. We're gonna add her back on. Hold, let her come back in. We're gonna add her back in here.
Okay, I don't know what happened. I think I put my.
You good? Okay. So this is the first question I asked you, Mercedes. I want to give you a chance to put on where you're from. What was Mercedes born and raised at?
Michigan, West Side.
West side of Detroit?
A lot of people miss the fact because I was from the South, my family is from Louisiana, and the fact that I rode with a whole camp that was from the South. But I have never, ever not rep my city. I am from Detroit, born and raised.
Gotcha. Hey, do me. Hey, stay in one spot so your voice won't echo. Okay. Hold up. Can you hear me? You hear me? I can't hear you. Hold up.
Can you hear me? I can hear you.
You kind of choppy a little bit. Your picture. You can hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you perfect now. Stay right there. I hear you perfect right. Okay, you say you got family in Louisiana?
Yeah, actually, my mom entire
You going in? You got earpieces. You got earpieces.
Yeah, I don't like how they feel.
It'll block out that. It'll block out that background noise.
Is that interfering with the noise? Here now.
I hear some shit in the. I hear some shit in the background. You feel me? Like some cars or some shit. I don't know.
I thought it was like it was a big old industrial thing. That's not that.
I can barely hear you. What'd you say?
We're connected to Wi-Fi. What is the problem here?
I see you, but I can't hardly hear you that good. I can see you though. You picture perfect. I can see you.
Yeah, let's try to just. I'll try to turn back in.
Y'all bear with us. Y'all bear with us. Big Jackson, what to do? What to do? Pussy, Rollo, Steve, Suave Jones. What's going on? Trying to get the sound right, y'all, so we can make sure y'all get an epic interview, so y'all can everything that's gonna be said. You feel me? Make sure all this shit. What to do, Traveling King? I see you, bro. Let's see if this works now. Gotcha. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here.
Now, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, I can.
I think it probably was when that fog came through.
You say what?
It probably was when that fog came through, and I tried to like go out and come back in.
Like right now, it sounds like you standing on the freeway. That's what it sounds like. Like it's some freeway shit going on behind you.
Probably because it's a park like across the street, but you shouldn't even hear that because I'm like not even here outside.
Yeah, that shit picking up real good. I can hear. Then what it do? Trying to get this sound right, y'all, so we can get started right the right way. You dig? I got my dog in the building, Miss Mercedes. You dig? No Limit Records. You know. I'm cooling, bro.
I hear that same noise now. I don't.
You
That's not
good
coming
now?
from over here.
Now it's perfect.
Okay.
Now it's perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
All right.
Perfecto. All right, here we go. We finna get right into it. Miss Rear End, Miss Mercedes. We finna get right into it.
All
All
right.
right, now
You
let's
know I'm
start.
always ready.
Let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back to the beginning. How did Mercedes first get into the music game? Before the record deal, just initially getting into music. How did that start?
In the backseat of my mama's car, listening to songs I wasn't supposed to be listening to. So I immediately got thrown into a choir, and I honestly grew up in multiple girl groups. That was really like my thing, like we wanted to do something that was different, and we actually got looked at by quite a few people. But it came a time where we had to go off to school, and like if we hadn't gotten any offers by the time it was time to leave, we weren't going to pass up our education at that point because we had started at like ninth grade. So
Okay.
we actually like we had the opportunity to work with some big names, but back then everything was so critical. Like anybody can get signed now just off of
Right.
going viral on the internet, but
Right.
back then it was who you knew, if you pulled up to the right locations, yada yada yada. So long story short, we didn't fit the package that they wanted us to be in to sell. Like in their opinion, we didn't look right together. But if you see now, like it's not a big thing. So it wasn't socially acceptable for us to be like I was a tiny small girl, and they was thick and developed at young ages. So we didn't look right together in their opinion. But as far as the voices and everything, we were strong. So when it did come time for me to go, I hear some noise. Do you hear that?
No, I don't. I don't.
Oh, okay. So when it actually came time for me to actually go away to school, we had already had that talk. So when I was approached to do music by the time I was at Xavier, it wasn't like something that I had to like ponder over actually, because it was something I had been wanting to do. And honestly, we all said that given the opportunity, we got to take it. And if we can bring everybody else in, that's what we'll do. Of course, those were my intentions, but things didn't work out
All
that
right, so
way.
let me go back then. I heard you say they a few times. So you was part of a girl group, I'm
A singing
assuming.
group.
What was the name
Yep,
of
a
the group
couple
and
of
how many?
times.
What was the name of the group and how many members?
Um, Shoo. I was in a couple of groups. The very first group was three of us. We had our name was Chanteuse. It was
Okay.
French for female singing group. Then I was in another group, three ladies. Nope, it was four ladies. And we honestly couldn't come up with a name. Dealing with women, clash of attitudes.
Right.
That one
Right.
didn't last long, and then I ended up getting into another group because I had already had a relationship with the other young ladies from different choirs, and the fact that we went to the same school, and we tried to do it, but it just was at the point where I had already got my feet wet, and they were just able to jump off the porch. Like they were grown, but they weren't all the way grown. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it was hard. It's hard to get people to put their commitments and make them the same when we're all living different lives. And that
Yep.
was really what it was. Clash of schedules, and then at times people's attitudes, and it can become a bit much. I can say that I per se was not the issue, but I know that this has always been like a thing in groups, period, male or female.
All right. Now let me ask you this. Again, we talking before the record deal. Did you have any independent projects that you put out or that you were featured on before you went nationwide?
Um, Before, no, honestly, I had really just did demo work. I had a
Okay.
cousin that was working directly with Teddy Riley, and
Okay.
at the
Okay.
time, Shaka Khan's daughter, but she never actually released the EP. It was like a few things that went on with that. So that was kind of like my outside of the group thing where I was trying to see where I could go as an artist. And then, like I said, the move and everything came, and it just went off from there.
All right, next question, which is the question I'm pretty sure everybody want to know. No Limit Records, Master P. Now, this is what I want you to do. I want you to try. I want you to take everybody back down. Remember, step for step detail. How did No Limit Records situation happen? Meaning, how did Master P first hear about you, or was it even Master P that heard about you? How did they hear about you? How did the initial first contact or phone call go? And then what led to the actual signing? So it's three parts in one right there. Give us that whole rundown. Oh, we're gonna have to add it back in, y'all. We definitely we need that question. We need that question definitely. I think everybody for tuning. David Hampton, what it is. Queen Divine, what it do? Traveling King, I see you. What it do, Fred? What it do, Mason? We're gonna bring it back. Bear with us. You know how this shit go. You feel me? Y'all gotta bear with us.
I don't know what keeps happening. It
It's
keeps
all
freezing
good.
up on me. I'm not used to Facebook. Y'all gotta forgive me. Cause I'm like, why do this thing keep freezing? And then I'm thinking I can like click out and join right back in, and it's not. So I gotta sit here and wait. I really truly apologize. I don't know what is going on right now.
It's
Cause
all
I,
good.
I
You
couldn't
mean
hear I couldn't hear nothing you were saying, and I just see all these comments. I'm like, wait, I'm froze. You can hear me.
it's all good. So I'm gonna ask you the question again. Again, like I say, I want you to walk down memory lane with this question and give us as many details as you can, because this is for the listener right here, the listeners.
Okay.
So now we're at the point of your career. No Limit Records, Master P. How did they first hear about you? What was it? P that heard about you? Was it somebody else that brought your P to your attention? So how did No Limit Records hear about Mercedes? How did the initial first meeting or phone call go, and what led up to the actual record deal after the contact? That's three questions in one. Give us that whole layout.
Okay. Well, the truth is, I was actually at Xavier University on a music scholarship, and we had I guess it's just a basic like talent show type of thing, Showtime at XU, and of course my friends booked me up to join the contest. So, long story short, I performed. Cain and Abel actually went to my school, but I had no knowledge of it because
Show did.
I
Show
I
did.
honestly didn't know anybody. Like I didn't know who TRU was. I didn't know who Master P was. C Mert, like nobody. Cause you got to think I'm in Detroit in the Midwest. They hadn't even broke ground here yet. So
Right.
for even when I, like I came and I performed, we ended up having it was like our homecoming weekend. We were at a basketball game and they approached me just to hop on a track. They wanted me to feature on a
Who is
song.
they? Who is they?
It was actually Cain and Abel and C Murder. And in a matter of like 2-3 days, they called me, they picked me up, we drove out to Biora and we did the song that they put on the I'm Bout It soundtrack. By the time I finished laying my vocals, I'm coming out the studio, and P just so happened to come in. He wasn't like just in there at that time in the beginning, and he like, "What's your name, Shorty?" And I'm like, Raquel." He like, "You sing?" I'm like, "Yeah." He like, "You want to do this for real?" I'm like, "Fucking right." So honestly, it was like I had already recorded. It wasn't like show me what you got because I done came and did something already. So it was more so like, okay, what you want to do? Where can we go from here? So honestly, it was within a 30 days time. I had done already recorded and placed on an album. Had a whole cover done, and really just was waiting to do content.
Okay. 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 So how long after that initial studio meeting? How long did you act? How long was it before you actually signed a contract as being official?
I want to say not even 2 months.
Okay.
It wasn't long at all. Cause
Okay.
they had. We honestly all signed on the same day. Well, not all. I'm not gonna say everybody. Me, Fiend, Mac, and I think that's it. We all came in at the same time. So like we all got our paperwork. We all went off to go and do our album covers and stuff. So yeah, it was different. It was cool. It was an experience.
All right. Now, when you first got there, you say you came with Fiend and Mac. When you first got there,
Yeah.
what other artists were already there when you came?
Uh, they already had Mia X, Hey Mama, P of
Shout out to Mia.
course, C Murder, Silk the Shocker, Mr. Servon.
Serve on.
I want to say it may have been Skull, but I'm not sure. I think Skull Duggery was already signed, and that may be it. Oh, Cain and Abel, of course, they were there.
Can.
And
Yeah.
like I said, myself, Mac, and Fiend, we all came at the same time, and then you got everybody else.
Gotcha. All right. Now, oh, let's go back right quick. Your album cover. I heard you say y'all did the album covers. Who I did was to do
Yeah.
your album cover like that? Was it you? Was it P? Who
No,
threw that
it
out there? It
definitely was
worked.
not
Whoever did it,
mine.
it worked. Who threw it
First
out
of
there?
all, if anybody knows me in real life, Maul can contest to this. I am such a tomboy. So you know that was not my doing. Honestly, I took like so many outfit changes that I didn't know what to expect when I got this stuff back. I didn't know like if we were gonna go and like critique something first. Like I didn't know how this was gonna go. So we had got a phone call and they like, we want y'all to come to the studio. We got y'all covers back. So we all bucked up, excited. We drive out there. Like we called each other, like, okay, you going? All right, let's go. So we get out there, everybody go in the room, they excited when they come out, like, yeah, Max, he is, camouflage, they all excited. So I go in there and I see this picture, I'm like, who is that? What y'all gonna do with that picture? And they was like, you don't like it? And I said, well, no. And my dad would kill me. And like everybody's mouth dropped because they like, it's kind of too late. I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, we already sent this off the Vibe. It's gonna be coming soon in the next issue. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, you're kidding right now. They're like, no, it's nothing we can do. And I'm like, but why? And they're like, well, we know one thing. If a nigga don't want to buy your record for to hear you, he gonna want to buy your record for to look at that picture. So guess what? That was a business play because let's just keep it real. Men don't give women the credit that they do deserve in the industry anyway. It's hard to
Yeah.
get a man to actually listen and support your music. So in his mind, you was gonna buy this CD whether you wanted to listen to it or beat your meat to it. I don't know what it was gonna be, but it was gonna be something.
My homeboy, it's come my crate. My homeboy left a comment under the post earlier when I posted your album cover saying tune in at 6 o'clock. He said, "My man, I used to jack off to this shit every day in jail."
You have no man. The crazy thing is like, like growing up, that was like something you didn't talk about, right? But like, it amazes me how many grown ass men want to tell me that they jacked off to my picture. Like, I'll be like, oh, okay, thanks. Like, how am I supposed to take that? Am I supposed to say, oh, I was like great? Like, what do you expect my response to be? Like,
Hey, do you got to think
people
though?
are
Like
crazy.
that was a slick business move though, because like back then, like it wasn't females who was posing like that. Before you did the album cover, the only thing we had
And
as
then
a
look,
man to
and
look at
okay, and
was
then
Lil
wait, I won't
Kim.
cut you off because see, Lil Kim and my picture is totally different. That was actually full photography. When we did our stuff, that was when graphic design first hit the scene. So that car was
Right,
not there. I was in a
right,
studio with a white background with a whole ladder. So none of that what y'all see is how the picture was actually
right,
taken.
right.
So this was
That's
like
that
how we see
pen and
behind the
pixel.
scenes for videos and stuff. Like this was literally like we broke ground with doing this stuff. Cause yeah, Pen
Right,
and
right,
Pixel
right,
was like one of the first companies to be doing it, and they
right,
did
right, right.
ours. So yeah,
But like before your album cover came out with you posing like that, as a man, the only thing we had to look at in that category was Lil Kim's hardcore album cover. I
yep.
think Trina was out at the time, but she didn't have a solo project out, so she went on the front of a cover looking like anything. So it's like we got Lil Kim. Okay,
hmm
now I think it
Actually,
was a Ghetto Dope
I got
album.
it. It was more than Lil Kim though. I gotta give my female props because Adina
Go ahead.
Howard and Foxy Brown did have provocative
Oh, but we
covers at
talking
the
rap
time.
though. But well, yeah. You right, you right.
But see, I'm
It's
both,
like
so you gotta still like, you know what I mean? Like you have to consider both.
yeah,
Like,
right,
I
right.
mean,
You right.
Cause they
Right,
made me
right.
rap. I wasn't originally signed to be a rapper. I just want y'all to know that. I had to pull
Gotcha,
that
gotcha.
out.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. You probably ain't gonna remember this shit right here. This is the first time we really met before we actually became cool in Detroit. The first time we really met
Hmm.
was in 1999 in my city
When we did
here,
our promo
Chattanooga.
tour,
Yes, yes,
at the promo
yes,
tour, I definitely remember. I definitely remember when we came there for the promo tour. We had fun,
man.
yeah, for sure.
Look, that
We cut up at y'all radio station and everything. They fed us good. I
man.
remember being there for sure.
Yeah. Hey, check this out. So they at the time we had a record store down here called Catch Music. You feel me? And
Uh-huh.
on the marquee billboard at Catch Music, all it said was No Limit Soldiers in stores this weekend for autograph sign or whatever. At the time, I had just came out with one of my projects. I wasn't famous, but I was famous in my city. I wasn't famous nationwide yet. So I was a somebody down here. So when I said No Limit Records in store Saturday, I'm thinking P finna be out there. So I'm finna come out there and shop my demo like, yeah, check me out. This is what I'm doing. I get out there, it's you, Fiend,
Fiend.
and Alexis. You know what I'm saying? Y'all the
Yeah.
three that was out there. I said, damn, this
Yeah.
girl who's on inside the album cover bent. I'm like, damn, okay, that's a Mercedes girl. I come up to you, y'all sit in a row. You first, Fiend second, Mercedes third. So the line coming, Alexis third. So as the line coming by, you got to cross you, Fiend, and Alexis.
Hmm.
Fiend was out of promo posters, and I think Alexis was too. The only one that has left was yours. It was like a big ass
Yeah.
18 by
A
24.
real poster size poster.
Big one. You signed it to Jamal, much love. Fiend signed, womp womp. And then Alexis just put her name on there. Man, that poster was my bread and butter for like 10 years. You hear me? Like, you
Oh
couldn't tell me
wow.
shit. Yeah, you couldn't tell me shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was out, boy. Then when I finally met you, I'm like, oh, okay, that's what it is. That's what's up. That's what's
Yeah,
up,
that was
man. So
cool
that was a moment right there.
for
Now,
sure.
let me ask you this. Out of all the artists that was signed to No Limit while you was there, who were you the closest with and why?
Um, I can't really say. Well, I had special relationships with certain people. Um, I could say me, C, Cain, and Abel because like they brought me in. Like they always would call me and we would go just rock out. Me, Fiend, and Mac, and the Prime Suspects. We all
Prime suspect. Yeah.
came in together around the same time. So, and the fact that we were all living in the city, because you got to think like a lot of them lived in Baton Rouge, and then we actually
Right.
lived in the city. So it wasn't like every day we could just get with them. So we linked up more. And then Mama, she was always like the mama of the bunch. Oddly, she really is only 8 years older than me. And I had a sister that is her exact age, but because she was already a mother and she was so used to playing that role, like you would have thought she was so much older, and like I really didn't even realize how close in age we were until later in the years. But I still, that like I still give her the utmost respect. Like her and Fiend are probably the closest relationships I still have today. But there isn't anyone I don't get along with. I'm great with Serve. We talk from time to time. I actually talked to Bleed. He wasn't an actual No Limit artist, but he did
Right, right.
stuff with us. So like honestly, anybody that I ever fucked with the music, as long as we was good, you can attest to that. Like I'm 100 grand. All you gotta do is call my phone.
Right. Yes, true. Very true. Now, all right, let's talk about the actual record business, the perks that come with that. So the once you sign the contract as being an official no limit artist, when did you see the lifestyle change as far as financially, your living situation, the cars you were driving, you being recognized? When did you start to see that?
Immediately, because I'm gonna say only because number one, they were already artists in the South. I was new to the South, so everybody like for me to tell the people when I came back to school, like I just signed, y'all know who TRU or No Limit Records is, and they going crazy. But like if I call people at home, they like, well, who is that? Oh, well, you better be careful. It's like different
Right,
responses,
right,
so you really don't know. But honestly, it was really really quick. Like we did the song. Once we signed, everybody get your little chains. Back then that's how they went. You got you
right.
sign, you're officially a part of the team, you get your chain. So of course, whenever we went out, we always was deep. We had chains on, so it became like it wasn't even a month's time where I had to withdraw from school. I had to move into an apartment. I had gotten a car. I had done limo tenanted it all the way out because you don't just want to be out where nobody could just see you like that. And then a lot of times I had to be conscious that I had my chain on because even if they didn't know who I was, they figured I was somebody because I had the chain on. So
Right,
if they
right,
didn't know, they was trying to know.
right,
And
right,
it, like I said, it happened really, really fast because I had to adapt. Like you gotta think, I don't know nothing about having to move with security and all this. And then I was rough. Like I'm a fighter. So I'm not scared to go nowhere. Like, what you mean I can't go because I'm this and like I'm thinking what's gonna happen, but realistically you have to think like that because they have people that plot on you. They got people that think you got something when you don't. So you
right.
have to actually be prepared for all that shit.
Right, 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 right. Smart answer. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. All right, now I know this before the fans though. What date and what year did your album release, and how many copies did it sell?
Okay, June the 28th, 1999. It was 21 years, like a little over a week and a half ago.
OG,
It was
OG.
23 tracks on the album that we did in 7 days, number one.
Say
And
that.
it shipped gold. Like it had been anticipated so much that when we actually shipped product out to back then, you had to send the Best Buy, all the mom and
Right,
pops, Target.
right,
You used to
right.
could go
Tell
in
them.
all these stores and they had CDs. So at this time, I had to fulfill an order to ship
Right,
gold. Not
right,
we gonna just put some units out and see how good it does. We are
right, right.
guaranteed to ship gold. We are guaranteed gold the day that this comes out.
Go. That's
So
500,000 copies for those that don't know. That's five guaranteed 500,000 copies. Go ahead.
And a lot of people don't know, but the reason "It's Your Thing" was my single is because the album was rushed and it was the first song that I actually was able to record. So we
Okay.
pushed that off to press. We got a treatment done, had to work on the video and all that. But I can tell was what I was really passionate about pushing. So ironically, it ended up on the 504 Boys, and
Right.
that song alone pushed the album to platinum. So again, it was already on my album, but it was a re-release. So yeah, I'm technically a gold and platinum certified artist.
Gotcha. 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 All right. Now you said I can tell. Everybody know that. Everybody knows that song.
Featuring
But this
Mac and Jabot.
classic song right there. That's a song for the females and that the niggas can fuck with. We all love that song. We play that
Yeah,
around
that's a
our
song
females right there.
everybody loves. It
Yeah,
be
we play
people
that
young as
song.
hell singing that song. I'll be like, how you know that?
Some songs, hey Mercedes, some songs are timeless though. You feel me? Like songs
I
like that,
see. I
nothing but
see.
a G things. There's certain shit that just never get old. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah,
just it just carries over. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So now for the people who's listening, name a few. You can include I can tell, but name a few hit songs that your voice is heard on. Some people might know the voice, but not can't put the face with. Just give us a few of the hit songs.
Um, uh, what's I don't actually know songs like that. Okay, let me see. I was
I know when you better
on the
say.
the last dawn. Well, Maul
I
is
know. I know
back.
when you better say.
Maul
You
is
better say.
back.
You better
Maul
say.
is back.
You better say.
No.
Gangsters need love too.
I was
Gangsters need
about to
love.
say that one. I was about to say that's the song I did on the last dime. But a lot of
No,
people
no.
don't
Ghetto
know
dope.
that.
Ghetto dope.
Yeah, ghetto
That was
though. They don't. A lot of people don't know that I'm actually on that song.
that's you
But
singing the hook.
since you've been away, I've been
I've been
down
down and
lonely.
lonely.
Since you've been
What?
away, I've
What?
been thinking of
What?
you.
What? What? What?
Trying to understand the
The
reasons you left
reason you
me.
left me.
What were you
What were you going?
going
Kill him.
through? Ooh, 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 I'm missing you.
Gangsters need
Tell
love
me
too.
where the road turns. Yeah, I
Kill him.
quite a few. Honestly, if you didn't hear me, it was because I wasn't around. At a point, I had to move back to Michigan because it came a point where everything was too hectic. I literally was an artist with no content and was on a worldwide tour. So it was like, okay, at this point, what do? Do you stay registered in classes to have to owe, or do you withdraw from school and you pick up later? So that was what I had to do. I withdrew. I ended up moving out of my apartment, and at that time I felt like, okay, things are picking up. If I'm going to have downtime, I want to be able to be around my family. So coming back to Detroit was the thing to do. It just, honestly, nobody foresaw what happened to happen, and I
Right,
technically could
right.
have been able to do it from here, but things just turned sour, and it went left. But I
Got you,
probably
got
could
you.
have been on a lot more had I been present. It just was the fact that I just thought like anybody else would. I mean, like, we literally worked for this, so nobody saw
Right.
that,
Gonna get it right back in here, y'all. Hope y'all get some free game and education, man. This girl giving this, she giving the business right now. Just need love too. What up, Kenya? Fam, that's coming, bro. That's coming, Kenya. That's coming. Say this right back in here. I appreciate all y'all for tuning in.
okay, I don't know what happened. It keep
Yeah.
freezing up on me.
Now I got another
What
question. Go
else?
ahead. I'm sorry.
No,
Go
what
ahead.
else? I was trying to think of other songs that people might know. Honestly, I don't know. I couldn't do no Cash Money stuff, but even though Doogie was my dog, I couldn't do no Cash Money stuff back
Free
then because we
BGs,
used to be.
yeah, y'all free BGs, my nigga. Yeah, y'all couldn't cross paths at that time. You feel me?
But
Y'all
no,
couldn't cross paths.
honestly, we did. Like, I fucked
Well,
with
y'all
all of
couldn't
them.
work.
I just couldn't do no work with them
You couldn't work. You couldn't
because
work.
yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't. We had to work with who was a part of our label, and I think that's how they stuff was set up too. So,
Yeah, well, it was
it
the
was
same
just
way. It was the
ironic
same way.
that after Katrina, he came here to my city, and then it just worked out. Like, because we did. Hey, here go my people. Fuck with them.
Right.
So it
Right.
worked out.
And
Ain't
that
nothing
matter
but
of fact,
love.
you like you in 2005 is when he came to Detroit, and that's when I moved up there with him, and that's how me and you met. You
Yep,
feel me? So we've been
absolutely.
rocking since about what? That's about 15, 16 years now. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So
Good
if
little
y'all listen,
minute.
this ain't no. I didn't just meet this lady right here. We got like over
Mm-mm.
10 years together. You feel me? So this ain't no just no random reach
Yeah, we
out.
got
This is
history.
history right here. And we got music
Grind
together. We
time.
got music together. Yeah. Just in case y'all didn't know. You feel me? So let me ask you something else, Miss Mercedes. During your run at No Limit, give us about two or three just classic memories or moments that happened that just stand out. There's some things that just you'll never forget. You feel me?
Um, I won't forget the tour life. Honestly, I don't know what it would have to be like on your own, and I think that's good and it's bad. Good because I came from a group, so I was used to having other people around me, so I didn't feel uncomfortable, and I was still able to do my best. And it didn't seem awkward, because a lot of times when you're so comfortable in another setting, to step outside of that, it may be too much. So that was a good
Right.
thing. Honestly, a lot of my highlights were shows. Like, I had an incident where I split my
Tell us, tell
pants.
us.
I had an incident where I had got a little too hyped up. So I decided to jump down. You know how they always had that little front barricaded part in front of the stage. So I'm
From the
fucked up. I
stage.
jumped down up there. But then, security be on me. So he like, come on. He pulled me back up on the stage. I put my leg up a little too wrong and right up the back. But somebody on the side had noticed and threw me that little jacket. I threw that little camouflage around my waist and just kept bucking. Nobody ever seen it happen.
What city was that in?
I think we was in North Carolina. I think we was in
Okay.
North Carolina.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
crazy. And I'm gonna say the last time, which was bittersweet, was probably like when we ended my promo tour. I got to like kick it with everybody one last time. That was before Mac caught his case, C caught his case. So I think that was kind of like, like a memorable moment because it's been a really long time. And free my brothers,
Yeah.
by the way. Mac will be home
Both
this
of them.
year.
Yeah. Free Mac and Free C Murder, man. Yeah. Free C Murder, man. Yeah, for real, man. All right, let's talk up to date shit now. The No Limit reunion tour. You feel me? The No Limit reunion tour that was going on before. And matter of fact, before the quarantine shit happened, I was gonna jump on like 6 or 7 dates with Mystical, and then
Right.
bam, everything got shut down. But speak on that. Like, how did you first get reached out to that? And the dates that y'all have done so far, how has it been going?
Well, honestly, they were honestly just putting it out to see, number one, if the fans still wanted it. Because we had gotten calls for it, but nobody actually had done the groundwork. As far as would always be called, never like, hey, I want to book you, and just book them. Like they ended up doing. That's basically what ended up happening. And honestly, it made sense. I mean, we have a huge catalog of music, and people
Definitely.
love this stuff. You hear it sampled, especially the Beats by the Pound sound. So it just made sense.
KLT.
And honestly, I had they already started.
No, you blank. You went out. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Can't, can't hear you. We can't hear you. You hear me?
Um, I was
Okay. No. Okay.
I know
Hold
I
up,
went
Mercedes. I
out.
couldn't hear you.
I
Yeah.
cut out. I just
Okay.
realized it.
Yeah.
Um, where did I leave off? Because I having malfunctions in my house.
You said the last thing you said was honestly, and then bam, you cut out. You feel me? I was asking you. The last thing you said was they was asking about the tour. Nobody hadn't really booked y'all yet. It was just kind of
Oh,
would you be willing to do it? And then
yeah,
you kind
and
of went out after
like I
that.
said, honestly, I was gonna be on more dates this year. The reason that my name wasn't per se promoted is because I couldn't just say yes to every date. A lot of people, if you don't follow any of my social media, you will not be aware that I had injury to my back and my neck. So I've been going through surgical procedures for the last 2 years, and depending on how I feel is gonna determine if I can make it out on that stage. It might actually be times where I might actually come, and I may not be. I'm not saying that I'm anticipating this, but that's just the reality of where
Right.
I am in my life and how my body is. I'm not gonna overdo it. I'm not gonna push myself past where I can't go. I know my limits at this point, but overall, that was why. So going forward, I'm sure that promotion wise, you'll see a lot more. I'm not sure if you guys have been seeing the promotion for the BET Chronicles, the No Limit Chronicles that's coming on
Yes.
BET,
Yes. 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 I
but
seen that.
that
Yeah.
is this month on July the 29th. So they do, I know, have footage from some of the shows actually on there with candid one-on-one interviews and stuff. So I look forward to actually seeing it and how they put it together, because when you actually go and record for stuff like this, you don't know what it's gonna actually come out like. So I look forward to
Until you
seeing it.
see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. One last question. I'm pretty sure. Can't
Absolutely.
hear you. Okay. 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 Gotcha.
Absolutely. I actually have a few tracks that I'm gonna have some features from some old No Limit artists. I'm actually just sitting on stuff right now because for the longest you guys have been trying to get my music and it hasn't been available. So that was my main priority, because once I do that, everything else is going to be basically just the push of a button. So honestly, the way you can keep up with all that is to basically follow my social media, because I am active. I'm not on there every day. I don't have that much time, y'all. But I definitely put, what needs to be known up for y'all, so that I am engaging in some type of way, and to let y'all know, because I'm working on multiple things. I have a clothing line. If you follow any of my
What's the
social
name of the clothing
medias, you'll
line?
probably know that. Lady Luck Apparel is LadyLuck. Right now we're we have stuff that's on back order due to this coronavirus. So we only really have some of the shirts. I have a jersey that I made. I did a giveaway like a week ago, but we still don't actually have those. So the person that actually won that actually won the original one that I wore for the photo shoot. Um,
Okay.
and the rest of the
Nice.
stuff will be coming in soon. So
Okay.
I got a
Now,
lot of
get,
things that I'm planning on doing for the fans just to give back because it's been so long and I appreciate the love.
so give me your Instagram information so they can follow you on Instagram also.
Okay, on every platform, Instagram. Uh, I have another Facebook page as well. Snapchat, TikTok, all that good stuff. My old ass be doing it. Ms. Lady Mercedes is MZLadyMercedes. Make sure you follow me. And I do have a web page as well, MissLadyMercedes.com, so that you can go there on my YouTube. Anything as far as even this interview, I'm going to put, and you will be able to have access to it. So you can watch it at any time and stay up to date on anything I got coming up.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I appreciate you for tuning in, Miss Lady Mercedes. As soon as all this quarantine shit is over with and I come back to Detroit and I'm gonna call you, we're gonna link up and do what we do. You know what
Absolutely.
I'm
You know
saying?
that.
So yeah.
You know what we do. It ain't nothing but a call.
Throwback, man. Throwback, yeah. Man, thank you so much for tuning in and good luck with everything you got going on, man. You hear me?
All right. Thank you, Ma. Appreciate it. Love y'all.
For sure. Much love, later. Yeah, so I hope y'all enjoyed that. That was my homegirl, my dog, Miss Mercedes, formerly of No Limit Records, platinum recording artist. You know what I'm saying? Me and her go way back, way. That's why she was able to tune in and check in with the pimp. You hear me? And I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank you very much. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Maal The Pimp. Go to YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Pimpoholic TV. Thank y'all. Holla back. Much love. Yeah.